What is happening, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to break down exactly how I found this 150 plus pip Gbpaud buy. That was a London session entry and took about, let's say, 24, 28, 29 to 30 hours to hit the final target. But we hit the first target and was at break even literally within the first hour. So let's hop straight into this. So first of all, let's hop to the daily. So as you guys can see on Gbpaud, we are uptrending heavily. As you can see, we are very, very bullish. And as you can see, we got some pretty aggressive rejections at this point over here. So we finally got some bearish momentum. We were sitting on this trend line again, validating this area, as you can see here. So when we hop down to the 4 hour, as you can see, we were sitting on this trend line for a really long time. We then broke into this trend line, and then this trend line just happened to be a really, really nice 4 hour channel, as you guys can see here. So what do we tend to do when we're in this channel? So there's a pattern that forms. As you can see here, when we're in a channel, we go up, we come down, we reject, we come up. This is the ceiling, we come down, we reject the bottoms. As you can see, we're like following a pattern, up, down, following this channel pattern. Then obviously, as we got the breakout here, we got the upside. And when we got the breakout here, we got down. And as you can see, we've got the rejection of exactly that same point. So this came to the idea of the setup. Obviously, short term now, we are downtrending, but the overall trend is still very bullish, as you can see. And once we got to these levels over here, it was a pretty clear indicator to me that these are very, very strong rejection points. As you can see here, look, when we get the touches there, what do we do, guys? We go up. We got the touches here. What do we do when we reject this area, guys? We go up, right? Exactly the same as here. Recently, this was the 5th of May. As you can see, when we got to this level, what do? We go up. Again at this point as well. So when market was coming down again from this level, rejecting this big support zone, as you can see here, now acting as resistance, we've come down and we've come down to this point. Now, this is a really great point of interest for me here, as you can see. Because as I've just explained, when we hit this level, there is a usual strong reaction point that we end up, what do? Going up. So this is where the idea of the setup came from, as you can see. So we've come down to this level. We have a really nice level here as well. We are right on the edge of the trend line. So I actually found a two-way setup on this. So what I was going to say to myself is, okay, if the market decides to break this trend line, break this zone that we have here, we could continue to see further downwards momentum. And the reason for that, and the reason why I say that, is because obviously if we get the break of the trend line, we get the break of the zone, that's a double confirmation, and we've been trending downwards recently, that'd be enough for me to say, yeah, okay, if we get the breakout of structure, we might see that downwards momentum to these big levels over here, as you can see, as a final target. But if we get the rejection of this level, which we've heavily seen, and we get the break back above this zone here, we could be seeing buys to again this big level here. So I just let this run, decided what we need to do, set my alerts, and then as you can see from this point, we got the rejection of this level. We even came back down, got the rejection, and as you can see, London session hit. And at 9 o'clock sharp, I entered this trade and got the whole team in on this trade as well at this level. So let's zoom out a little bit so you can see this play out exactly. So let's hop into replay mode and go from kind of where I would have seen the chart, where I would have woke up that morning. So this is what I was seeing on the chart that morning, as you can see. So I woke up at about 7 a.m. On this day. So this is a 6 a.m. candle, so I wasn't quite up at this point. But if we let this play, as you can see, by the time it was actually 7 o'clock, I was back under this zone and we had rejected this area. So then this is a 9 o'clock candle. My bad, the entry was at 10 o'clock. My bad, entry was at 10 o'clock. So as you can see, we've got this, we've come back down, we've got the rejection. My alert's gone off at this level here, because what do we do when we usually break this level, guys? As you can see, we usually go up. Hit this level, we go up, right? We've got a load of touches at this level here, confirming this trend line. As you saw before on the high time frame, what do we usually do? When we hit this level, we usually go up. So that's another confirmation there. And then once we got that close, as you can see here, this was my entry point at the 10 a.m. candle, at the break of this level here. This was our entry point. Literally zero drawdown trade. We hit TP1 within the first hour. We were at break even at this point because we had broken above this next level here. We had hit TP2 at this short level here as well. Another big resistance and support point, as you guys can see. So TP1 was a 31 pip TP. TP2 was your 63 pip TP. But then, of course, we let the runner go all the way up to this level here. Actually, I moved my TP down to around the 150 pip level, as you can see. Sometimes we don't get the full move to this level. So I wanted to make sure I was securing, obviously, as I was going. So took a partial here at TP1. Trade moved to break even within the hour. So we now had a risk-free running trade. Hit TP2, took a little bit more partial off my trade, and then obviously let the rest run into TP3. So let's see how this played out. So as I told you guys, overall this trade was about a 29 to 30 hour trade. As you can see, we got a lot of play around this area here. We even came back down overnight to within, let me see on this wick, literally 5 pips from being taken out. Obviously just at a TP2 there, but we got the nice rejection, we got lucky, and the market rejected this really, really nice level, and we continued swiftly up to final targets here, as you can see, of 171 pips, but I moved my target down to about 152 pip level. This level here, as you can see, sometimes it doesn't almost reach this level, so I wanted to make sure I was securing if that was the case, if we were getting to that final target. So a lovely picture perfect trade, as you can see. Look on the 4 hour, perfect, zero drawdown, followed the technicals exactly as we wanted. And as I say, a picture perfect trade. So we cannot go wrong with a position like that whatsoever. It just shows you that obviously with the strategy, and the strategy that I've created, the price action strategy, you follow a fixed set of rules, and all those confirmations that come to you can say, look, I've done everything in my power to make sure this trade is going to go the way that I want it to go. I explained like multiple confirmations to you guys. As you can see, big confirmations are, we're in the channel. So the pattern of the channel, we get huge rejections at this level. And what do we usually do? What have we seen happen in the past? We go up when we get rejections here. I've got my TPs and my stop losses already mapped out, pre-planned out. I don't even have to hesitate or think about it. If we had broken below this level, or this sell level here, I would have been out of the trade. The stop loss here for this trade would have been about 36, 37 pips, as you can see. So that first TP1 was about a 1-to-1 trade, as you can see. But overall, we had a risk to reward ratio of about, let me see, get the long position up. My final TP was at like down here, 150 odd pips here. As you can see, the risk to reward ratio was a 4.5. So we had that 1-to-1 for the TP1, which then we let it run at break even, and then a 4.5 risk to reward ratio. So everything's already purposely planned out. So we got the close above, another confirmation to get in. We've got the rejection of this level, another confirmation, and we've got everything already pre-planned out, as you can see here. So picture perfect trade, absolutely fantastic. Feel free to check out some of my other content of going through other trades. I don't just post wins, there are losses there as well. So obviously we can learn and obviously move on from that, see if we can make any tweaks and that sort of thing. So feel free to check all the other content on the channel. Feel free to give me a message over on Instagram if you need any questions answering, everything like that. Happy trading, guys. Let's see what the next setup brings. Let's go.